Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to spend some of your time with me today. And a big welcome to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate the fact that you took the time to hit that subscribe button and that you are enjoying my channel content. And if you love anything to do with beauty, makeup, skincare, hair care, fashion, you're in the right place. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll put my handle here because I am on there every day talking about lots of other things besides what I talk about here on YouTube. So let's get stuck into today's video, and I am going to talk today about some things that I have really been enjoying using lately. Some hair care, some body care, a little bit of skincare and a little bit of makeup. So let's get stuck straight in. So if you've been watching me for any length of time, you'll know that this is my natural colour hair. I went dye free about 6, maybe 7 years ago. I actually can't remember exactly when it was, but in my youth I would have had sort of, medium brown hair, and as I got older more of the grey crept in and I lightened my hair colour, and eventually I decided that I was just going to let it grow out, and I'm really happy with the result. Now, having hair that is its own natural colour without pigment has its own challenges because you really need to take care of it. It needs a lot of moisture, it needs a lot of hydration, it needs a lot of conditioning and the right products. So I've been kind of playing around with different shampoos and conditioners. They're usually drugstore. Rarely do I buy expensive hair care, very expensive hair care. But recently I became aware of a product called Monday Hair Care, which I need to just interject here that they have now changed the name to Tuesday Hair Care. I don't know why, but the packaging is exactly the same. And it was actually the packaging that attracted me to it, and I think you will see why. It's very pretty. So Monday Hair Care, I think it's an Australian company. This is a shampoo and conditioner, and they come in these lovely pump bottles. I'll just read a little to you about what it says. They're PETA certified. There's no SLS in them. They're made with ginger extract. They're dermatologically tested. Lacking life, time to revive, give your hair so much body, it'll have a voice of its own. So this is the volumizing duo. I think there's one for hydration or one for shine. They all come in these lovely pink bottles. But remember that you'll probably still get them with the Monday written on it, but they have been rebranded as Tuesday. So I've really been enjoying them. I'm using them about a month now, and I really like them. These lovely pump bottles that you can lock. So it's locked, you just turn it and they pump out. Now I won't pump them out. They don't necessarily have a particular scent. It's just a nice gentle scent. It's certainly not overpowering. You know the way sometimes shampoos and conditioners can be very heavily scented, and I actually sometimes enjoy that, but it doesn't bother me if the scent isn't very strong, and these are not really, the scent isn't very strong in them at all, but I do really enjoy using them. My hair feels soft, it feels hydrated, it's easy to comb out when it's wet, having used them. They're not too expensive. I think these were, I got them with a slight discount. They're normally, I think, €8.99, €9, and these were $7.99 each. So not expensive. There's 300 ml in each of the bottles. So if you're using them just yourself, you're going to get quite a long time out of those. So really loving them. A little bit of body care now. I have not been very consistent in using body lotion or body oils. I do it okay, I do it on and off. I'll do it for a while and then I'll just forget, or I'm too tired because I shower at night, or I don't want to put on something that's going to be sticky when I'm getting into bed. But of late I have noticed that I really do need to use my lotions and potions a little bit more frequently. So I've been on the lookout for a really good body lotion, and I haven't really had much success, but this particular brand is called Human and Kind, and I think I have featured this before. I bought it, I think last year in a squeezy tube, and I really liked it, but for some reason I think I was trying other things. I never went back to it. Well, they had a 50% sale recently, and I bought this again. So I got, this has 500 ml in it, and as you can see, it's in your handy dandy pump. And I've been using it for the last week or so, and I have to say, this is a really beautiful body lotion. First of all, I love the pump because it's so quick. The pump is very, very handy. But this, it's a moisturizing body souffle. The scent, you can lock this too. So I'm just going to pump a little out. It's quite thick. You know, you can see it's not runny, but it just rubs in and absorbs really, really quickly. Doesn't really have a scent. So let me just read to you what it says on the back. It's lightly whipped for the ultimate in kindness, human and kind's 2-in-1 light and fluffy body souffle is quickly absorbed to leave your skin feeling super moisturized and soft to the touch. Apply as needed to soothe and moisturize skin. Now, I think this is an Irish company. I'm pretty sure it is. It's made of 97.2% natural ingredients, which is, you know, I like to hear that, particularly when it's something that I am, you know, putting all over my body. The only thing I'm not too sure about is why it's called a 2-in-1, because it doesn't explain it, and I've looked it up on the website as well. It doesn't explain why it says 2-in-1. It absorbs so easily, it's so quick to use, and it is so effective. I have noticed a difference. So I would highly recommend that. Watch out for when they have sales, which they regularly do, and they are available in stores as well here in Dublin. But they will ship from their website. So check them out. Well worth looking them up. A little bit more skincare and body care in a way is a new hand cream. Now this was a gift that I received for Mother's Day from one of my sons, and it is the Kiehls Ultimate Strength Hand Salve All Day Care for Severely Dry Active Hands. So that's it there. There's 150 ml. Now, I had never tried this before. Now, I do suffer from very, very dry skin on my hands. It's not as bad as it used to be, but there were times when, you know, in the winter in particular, my knuckles would crack, I would have little, you know, that tiny little cracks in the tips of my fingers as well. Very painful, that I would have to put plasters over and keep them really well moisturized. Now that level of dryness I haven't had in a while, but I would still have, you know, kind of dryness on my knuckles. I can feel them a little bit rough, and patches on my hands that would feel dry. So I've tried so many hand creams, expensive ones, not so expensive ones, and so on, and I've never really hit on one that I say, that is the one. I might have felt it in the past, yeah, this one I love, but then I'll discover that maybe it's not doing what it should be after. It's like as if my skin becomes accustomed to it. So now, granted, I've only been using this for about a week, but this is a beautiful hand cream. It's thick. It's not exactly a glamorous tube. It is quite thick, but it rubs in really easily. And it doesn't leave, even though it's thick, it doesn't leave your hands feeling greasy. So your skin absorbs it really, really easily. And I work it into the areas that I feel are the driest. So on my knuckles, around my my nails and my cuticles. And after a minute or two, I can feel that that's really going in, and it's a good way to massage your hands as well. So really have been enjoying that. If you get a chance to try it, I definitely recommend it. It's probably on the higher end of costs, but that will last quite a long time because you really need a very small amount. Give it a go if you're in the market for a new hand cream. Now, when it comes to skincare, I love trying out the latest things. Now, you'll know if you've been watching me for any length of time that one of my go-to makeup brands is an Irish brand called Sculpted by Aimee. I've spoken about her products so many times before. She's a young Irish entrepreneur. She started the company about 3 years ago, and it is going from strength to strength. She started out with a couple of products, and she has a full range now, including mascara, and she's going into skincare. Now, I was very kindly sent this to try, and I was so excited because I knew it was coming. This is the Sculpted by Aimee HydraGlo. It's a serum. It is a hydrating serum. You twist it and it pops up like that. Dispense a little so you can see. It's white. It is the lightest serum, but oh my goodness, it absorbs into your skin like a dream. And unlike a lot of other serums that I've tried, where the hydration levels only stay for a certain length of time, the hydration levels in this that go into your skin stay for the whole day. They absolutely do. In fact, it's so good that I would feel sometimes I actually don't need to wear a moisturizer. So if I wanted to skip a moisturizer and put a sunscreen on straight away, I could do that with this because it's going to keep the hydration levels in my skin up to where they should be. Now, one of my daughters is, she's in her final year of nursing. She's an intern and she's working full time, and she wears the full PPE gear, including, you know, the heavy duty medical masks. So she's wearing them all the time, and she was finding that her skin was getting very dry. So I gave her some of this to use, and she said it has made such a huge difference in her skin. She feels that at the end of the day, 12, 13-hour days, that her skin still feels hydrated. This is an amazing product. And the other amazing thing about it is when you are finished, now my hands are a bit greasy, so I hope I'll be able to do this. You pop out your inner tube and you can buy the replacement. So you don't have to buy the whole thing again. You buy your replacement. And this, when you start out, retails at €30. When you want to buy the replacement or the refill, it's €25. But if you sign up to having the refill sent to you at the intervals that you decide, you'll get them for $22.50. And these are just amazing. It's an amazing product. I cannot speak highly enough of it. And I love the packaging. Also, Sculpted are very conscious of looking after the environment. So every item that you buy from them, be it makeup or skincare, every part of the packaging is recyclable. And if you save up 5 of your empties, a little bit like Back to Mac, you send them to Sculpted, they will recycle every part of pumps, everything, and they will give you Sculpted points, which you can then redeem against more products. So have a look at their website. It's a wonderful website. They are available in stores, but if you're not in Ireland or in England, because they're now for sale on QVC in England, but if you're somewhere else other than Ireland or England, you'll definitely get them on the website. So check them out. Well worth it. Another little skincare item that I picked up recently is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream with hyaluronic acid and peptide complex. I ran out of my moisturizer and I went to buy one in my local chemist, and the assistant said to me, have you tried e.l.f.? Have you tried the e.l.f. Moisturizer? I said no. She said I highly recommend it. It's really good. And she compared it to, I think it was a La Roche-Posay moisturizer, and this was, I think it was less than €17. There's glasses again. Does it say? Yes, there's 50 grams in this, and I've been using it for a good 6 weeks. And you can see I have certainly dipped into it, but I've used about, I'd say, a quarter of it. I was so pleasantly surprised. This is a beautiful moisturizer. It's light and creamy. It's unfragranced. It just sinks into the skin. So, it's just so soft and so hydrating and so moisturizing. So I've really been enjoying that. And I was pleasantly surprised because I've used e.l.f. makeup before. I've never thought of using their skincare, and I think they're relatively new to the skincare market. Really good ingredients. Again, hyaluronic acid and peptides. They're ingredients that we need to see in our skincare. So highly recommend that as well. I've really been enjoying it. Now, a little bit of makeup. Not so long ago, I'd say probably in January, I was very interested in trying a new foundation that had been released by the company called bPerfect Cosmetics. I hadn't used their products before except for an eyebrow pencil. I have it here. Oh, yes, this is it. It's called the Indestructi'brow, and it's a dual-ended. It has a little spoolie, and then it has a tiny, tiny, tiny little pencil. So I do have brow hair. They're very pale, but I don't have a lot of brow hair because in the 90s I plucked them too much. Anyway, I loved that product. They had released a new foundation. Now it's maybe 2-3 months ago. It got a lot of coverage, and it's called the Chroma Cover Foundation. And I was very curious to try it out because it was getting a lot of hype. And this is it here. I bought the colour, I think it's N3, because I am a neutral, yes, N3. Now this is quite a full coverage foundation. It's not one I would normally go for, that level of coverage, but I find for filming it's really, really good, or for a night out, and I'm actually wearing it today. Now it gives a lovely warm tone to my skin. It is quite thick. You need a very small amount, as you can see there. Now I have a little bit of discoloration there on my hand, so I'm just going to show you how well it will cover that. That's my phone. So you can see there it gives a really good coverage, so you can shear it out or you could build it up, but I find for filming it's really, really good. It was €22. It's comfortable to wear all day. I find I don't necessarily need a separate concealer under my eyes when I use it, because I can use this. Now I would need to make sure that I have patted it in, because I do have lines and wrinkles, of course I do, and I do have to make sure that I have patted it in properly, but it wears really well. It lasts really well throughout the day, and I have to say I've really, really been enjoying that for when I'm filming, but also for when I'm out and about. If I'm going to something that I really want my foundation to last, this would be one of my choices. So really recommend you try that as well. Another one of my really favorite makeup brands is called Inglot, and Inglot has a distribution here in Ireland, and I did a little bit of work for them last year. I absolutely love their products. They are a professional makeup brand, and they have in the last couple of years released some new collections. Last year it was a collection that they did with Maura Higgins, who was on Love Island. This year they have just released a collection with an Irish influencer called Rosie Connolly, and it is a really, really pretty collection. I think there's 28 pieces in it. Now I do have a fair bit of Inglot makeup as it stands, but when I saw this new collection come out, I had to go and invest in a few things. So one of the things I invested in, and I've really been enjoying this, but this is the Rosie for Inglot Eye Glaze, and this is in the colour Silk Gaze. So it's a little tube. It's got a tiny little doe foot applicator, and it is literally like silk. So I have wiped off the other makeup. So that's the colour. It's a kind of a pinky, peachy colour. So you can put it on quite intensely, or you can sheer it out like that. And I have really been enjoying this for a quick look, but also over, actually I could put a little bit on here on just get my little mirror. I could put a little over my eyes, my eye makeup look as it is. And just to show you, can you see that? It's gorgeous. It's so light and silky, hence eye glaze. Now you can see the difference. I have it on this eye, not on this eye. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it is beautiful as a one and done, and I would regularly do that, but it's beautiful over an eye look, just to give that little bit of sparkle, that little bit of sheen. And if you're mature like I am, don't worry about it being too much, because it's not. It doesn't have chunks of glitter in it. It just has that gorgeous glaze, hence it's so very well named. And we can do with a little bit of, you know, sheen on our lids. It's just gorgeous. And in keeping with that, they also released the the lip glazes, and this is the Luminous Crystal Lip Glaze, and this one is in Apricot. I am wearing it today. I have it over my lipstick, and I'll just show you. Again, same kind of applicator. But the thing about this is it has, I think it's vitamin E oil. It has really good skin caring ingredients in this. So it actually contains vitamin E, shea butter. So the vitamin E nourishes and protects the lips. Shea butter obviously hydrates the lips. It has macadamia nut oil. So that actually would be just something to bear in mind if you have, and if you're sensitive to nuts, if you have a nut allergy, obviously this wouldn't be one for you. But if you're not, so the macadamia nut oil softens and moisturizes the lips. It's an oil gloss infusion. It smells of sweet vanilla and mandarin. Now, that it doesn't have, it's not highly scented, but it's just a really pleasant scent. It's just really lovely. It's not overpowering at all. Again, it comes in that lovely little applicator, and it really does feel when you put it on that you're you know, looking after and nourishing your lips. And actually yesterday I had been somewhere where I was wearing a mask, and when I took the mask off, my lips felt very dry. I didn't have a lip balm with me, but I had the Luminous Crystal Lip Glaze, popped that on, and it took away the dryness. They come in a couple of different colours, and there's a clear one as well. And I think there's another shade in the Eye Glaze too. They're really well priced. I think they were 12 or 14 euro. Really, really well priced for such a beautiful brand. So highly recommend that you have a look at those too. You'll find them online. You will, if you're in Ireland, you'll find them in store in Dunnes Stores and in Boots as well. But online, you'll definitely find the full range. So I've really, really been loving those. One more little product that again is a recent purchase. And I saw a lot of interest in this, and a lot of popped up a lot on my Instagram. And this is the Hildun Beauty. It's the Silk to Set Kajal Liner stroke Kohl Liner, and it's in the colour chocolate. Now, the key is in the name, Silk to Set. Do you know the way sometimes when you choose an eyeliner and you go to use it, it feels like it's pulling your eye, the skin on your eye, which is what we don't want to do as we get a little bit older. We want something that's going to treat the skin on the eye with respect. And then you find it maybe it's difficult to blend it out, or it's difficult to create the look that you want. Well, this is a game changer. When it says Silk to Set, it literally is. Now I am barely touching. Do you see that? I'm barely touching my skin. This goes onto the eye like a dream. I'm wearing it today, and what I did was I did the finest line on my lash line, and I brought it out a very small little bit. Then I used a smudging brush, and I just went over it with that brush, and I pulled the wing out a little tiny bit. Now I'm going to show you here. This is actually the brush I used before it sets, so you can blend it out. You could smoke it out. You could actually, you know, create an eye look just using this. And once it sets, it doesn't move. Now I find I have to use a brush to get it to meld into the skin. I would have quite oily eyelids. I do find it difficult to keep liners on my eyes, but this has really been working for me, and I'm really impressed with it. You, as I say, you can have the distinct line, or you can smudge it out, you can smoke it out, but it is so comfortable to wear, and it is so easy and silky to apply. So Silk to Set, it's a really, really good name. Really impressed. Now it was, I think, 18 or 19 euro, but that will last you quite a while. So again, give them a look. I think it's another Irish company. The Irish companies are literally knocking it out of the ballpark. They are just amazing at the moment, and I'm so proud to be able to feature them on my channel. So definitely Hildun Beauty, check them out. I will link everything below. Everything that I have featured here I will link below. So let me know what you have been enjoying of late, pop it into the comment section below. If you have any questions for me, pop them into the comment section below. Or if there's anything that you'd like me to try or to feature, again, pop it into the comments section below. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will chat to you very soon in the next video. Bye.